Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and today I'm going to give you a little bit of a review of my trip to San Diego and my impressions of Funko Fundays. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. I'm going to start out with saying that I don't know how to put this. Going away for a couple days, away from Pennsylvania, away from Philadelphia, away from work, away from the Pokemon shit, away from all that other crap was fantastic. Yes, I did miss my friends and family. I do like hanging out with them every single week. But sometimes, things happen and you gotta go. Now, my trip to San Diego, going there wasn't too bad. Not any delays. It was really nice. I was actually able to get the Dunkin' Donuts, which usually I'm not able to get since I have to leave so early. Got on the plane. The plane ride was awful, I'll have to admit that. For a almost 6-hour flight, sitting in one of those fucking plane seats sucks ass. Now, I don't know if anyone has flown out recently, but they have not changed planes since, I don't fucking know, 20, 30, some amount of years. I can't even spit it out how many years they haven't changed shit. Why aren't there comfortable chairs? Why can't they make things a little bit more spacious? If I'm paying $500+ for a fucking ticket to fly across the world, the States, why can't you give me something comfortable and good? You didn't. I don't like it. You are getting a down, American Airlines. You're definitely getting a down, and that's not the first down you are getting. Once I got to San Diego, that was cool. Jumped on a train. That's right. I did not take an Uber or Lyft. I couldn't check into about 2 or 3 o'clock, so I said, fuck it, it's 1, I'll take a train. It was really easy, jumped on one of these trolleys, dropped me off the train station, did a little bit of walking. Now, they did say that it was like 72 degrees outside. I'm telling you, it definitely felt like about 90 something. It was just, no humidity, it was just felt very, very hot. I'm gonna say this, San Diego train stations are so fucking nice. Now, I'm not saying they're nice because they look nice and they're all pretty and shit. It's because the people there are just so freaking friendly. They have these flag people that flag you and tell you what color the train's coming so you don't get mixed up and you don't go on the wrong one or whatever. Pretty cool, because usually you go to a train station in Philadelphia, you got nobody to talk to. Half of the people don't even want to fucking press the little button to speak to you, and they're fucking assholes. Maybe it's just Philadelphia. I don't know. Maybe the West Coast people are maybe a little friendlier. I got no idea. Well, and actually I do have an idea. The people on the West Coast at the train station are nice because other people were just complete assholes. So, yeah, I got to the hotel. I stayed at the Hyatt La Jova. The Regency was very nice. The only complaints they had was one, I hate the showers. The showers were garbage. They don't have full closing doors. So it's sort of, say if this is a shower right here, right? The door only goes to here. So this whole back portion is open. So if, God forbid, you step back a little bit or the room's a little cold, you're fucking freezing when you step out of the hot water. Whoever came up with that idea is a moron. I'm sorry, is a moron. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. You block it so the heat stays in so you're not cold as shit. Down, down. Also, no continental breakfast for a $500+ hotel. Down. No free coffee. Down. No free amenities other than a pool and a gym. Down. Come on. You can't fucking tell me that I'm spending so much money at a hotel. Yes, I did split it with my buddy Bri. But yeah, it was stupid. Just garbage. I wasn't really happy with it. The beds were okay, and they had a huge-ass TV, which I really don't give a shit about a TV. I don't really watch TV in general anymore. It's kind of like background noise. So that was my hotel situation. Plus, we're so far away from any kind of food venues and shit. So I'd have to walk 25 minutes to the mall to get food that closed at 9 o'clock. I really didn't want to take public transportation because it wasn't really close and it wouldn't really take me anywhere. It'd take me an hour to get somewhere if I did that. And if I would do an Uber or Lyft, I'm not paying $30, $40 because it's expensive in San Diego to get a Lyft anywhere. I didn't want to do that either when I'm going to pay $15, $20 for food maybe. I was not a happy camper with the location of the hotel. But I didn't book the hotel, so I guess I can't complain about that. Down! Alright, so let's talk about real quick the convention. I walked by the San Diego Comic-Con convention. I didn't actually go in. A lot of people were dressed up. It looked like it was a fucked up convention. I was reading a lot of posts on Facebook, on Instagram, and all this other stuff. How people were cheating the system. There were wristbands they were giving away on preview nights, and people just went to, like, I guess, Staples or any kind of knockoff store to get bands that just look like regular plain bands, sort of like festival bands, but just plain. And they were just getting, the Funko Pops or free giveaways or expensive stuff and reselling them over and over again. And the people that actually won and didn't, cheat their way in weren't getting anything. Now, am I going to say I know what people they probably were? Since they don't really watch my channel, I'm sure no one is. It's probably the Funko Slayer guy who fucking did it with all his family and crew. They're a known little scalper group and shit like that. Plus, when you go on Facebook and you see that someone has like 80 or 90 of some one product, I shouldn't say 80 or 90, but at least like 20 or 30 of the same product and that's a limited piece, obviously they were fucking hacking and they had their family and friends or whatever the fuck they were doing. It wasn't a copacetic kind of thing going on here. Also, people were camping out for Thursday for this Hall H thing. I guess it was for either Marvel or Star Wars, whatever the fuck it was. But they didn't have any, tents. They didn't have any sleeping bags. They were just chilling in chairs. Yeah, I get it. I camp out for Pokemon, but that's less than, I want to say, like 12 hours. These people were camping out for at least 2.5 days before they even got a wristband. And they weren't even guaranteed to get in because people were hopping the line and they were not running it well at San Diego Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con seemed like it was just an absolute fucked up mess. I am so glad I've never went to San Diego Comic-Con. Now, I might go to one day next year because Brian was kind of like talking to me about it. Like, hey, we should just go for one day. It would be pretty cool. But I don't think I want to do that. Also, because I see that I'm running out of time, I thought I had a lot more time to talk about this stuff. Funko Fundays. I'm just going to give you a little bit of my Funko Fundays 2026 review real quick. I thought that it was absolute garbage. I thought it was trash. They said you can only get in one ticket per person and you only get one gift box per ticket, and it has to be a body. Well, apparently there were people coming in with 5 to 10 tickets on their phones and they were just getting the boxes. It didn't matter if they had more people. It was stupid, it was moronic, and it was a complete fucking waste of my time to try to find someone online to go to this thing. Also, Funko Fundays, I don't know what kind of people you're trying to reach out to, but everything that you did on that Funko Fundays 2026 was so heavily homosexualized, and you had the, I don't, it's, you have to take a look. But I don't know who they were trying to appeal to, but I don't think that they were appealing to the right crowd. They had these segments where it was like hot guys and hot seats. Everything was about hot guys. I'm sorry, but I think a majority of the people at the Funko Fundays were with, parents and kids, and I don't think that there was that persuasion. But yeah, I guess I ran out of time already. I thought I had more time to talk, but I guess I don't. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes There, and I will see you next time where we'll grow more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see y'all later. Bye.